So, I mean, you mentioned it's family, it's a brotherhood. I'm sure you get this question all the time talking about B.S.K. You know, obviously you had DX, the politicians on one, and Vince is here being creative, trying to get themselves over. You guys were more laid back. You guys were more a brotherhood, a family. Just like, yo, listen, we don't want none of that bullshit. We just want to do our job, fuck around at the end of the night, have a couple of drinks, play our dominoes, and that's it. Did it cause heat between you and the other groups backstage?
No.
Okay.
First of all, B.S.K. would have went, if it was a real fight, B.S.K. would have went through anybody, no matter what group it was. Okay, but it wasn't about that. I was just as much friends with Razor, Sean, Triple H. I'm still friends with those guys. B.S.K., like you said, we were a bunch of guys that rode together, hung out in strip clubs together, played dominoes together. That was our crew. But, nobody would have messed with us. But we weren't trying to mess with nobody. It wasn't even about that. It's just about us watching each other's back.
The boys ever be like, yo, Charles, your segment's over, right? You mind if I take one of these hosts to the shower for a little sloppy toppy?
I will say...
You ain't gonna say no name?
I will say this, that probably the happiest time ever in the locker room is when I was bringing them hoes around.
Back, I want to say it was maybe Mania 11. So I had the opportunity to really chill with the boys at the WrestleMania party in I think it was Hartford, Connecticut. And one of the dudes I was hanging with that night was Yokozuna. And then, you see Yoko and Yoko is just like, all right, you don't know he's Samoan, but he plays a Japanese character. But my brother was over there listening to gangster rap and just freestyling in the bar. I lost it. Not what I expected to see. What good Yoko stories you got?
Yoko could rap his ass off. Yoko was a gangster. Yoko was born in San Francisco. Like Yoko's a true gangster. Could rap, could play basketball. I'll tell you a story. I'm driving. Back then, we used to rent cars. You rent Cadillacs or rent Continentals. Yeah. So we're in one of the two. I'm driving. Yoko's to the right of me. Paul Bearer or somebody's behind me, and Taker's on the other side. And I chew tobacco. I'm chewing tobacco, spitting in a cup. I got my Hank Williams Jr. on. This is like, I'm Papa Shango. Got my Hank Williams Jr. on, singing, driving down the road, spitting, just singing. Yoko's sitting over there, right? Yoko looks at me, looks at the cassette deck, looks at me, looks at the cassette deck, rolls his window down, or put his window down, ejects my tape, grabs it, and throws it out the window. I'm like, man, what the fuck you doing, man? He goes, hey, motherfucker, anybody ever tell you black? I mean, I listen to black music, but I mean, from 1980 to 1990, I just listened to country music. So there ain't a country song written in the 80s up to the 90s that I don't know. And it was just what I listened to because those are the type, I was hanging around bikers.
Yeah.
I mean, you're listening to Led Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner,
Right.
You're well cultured. Country music.
Just not for that car.
No. So then I restart, at that point, that was the end of country music. It never came back in the car.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?